If you clean a vacuum cleaner, do you become the vacuum cleaner? This question, while humorous, nudges us into the spiral of self-referential tasks. It's a curious exploration of how we perceive the functions and boundaries of the objects around us. Consider the act of cleaning a vacuum cleaner. The vacuum cleaner's purpose is to clean, yet here we are cleaning it. This seemingly simple act blurs the lines between the user and the tool. Are we merely users of tools, or do we somehow become an extension of these tools in the process of using them? This question opens a door to a broader philosophical puzzle about the relationship between objects and their functions. As we delve into these reflections, we find ourselves questioning not just vacuums, but all manner of tools and devices. Where does the essence of one end and the other begin? And as we dive deeper, these questions only grow more complex. When you wait for a waiter, do you not become the waiter? This playful twist of words invites us to ponder the fluidity of our roles in everyday situations. Imagine sitting at a restaurant, menu in hand, eagerly anticipating the moment you place your order. In this instance, who is serving whom? Are you not, in your waiting, also serving the needs of the waiter to fulfill their role? This shift in perspective opens a gateway to broader philosophical musings about the nature of identity and role reversals. Consider for a moment the multiple hats we all wear throughout our lives. A teacher by profession might become a student in a dance class. A CEO at work could be a humble volunteer at a local shelter. Each setting demands a different version of ourselves, tailored to the expectations and needs of others around us. Delving deeper, let's explore how these role reversals influence our understanding of self. Are we defined by the roles we assume, or do we possess an intrinsic identity independent of these temporary characters? The fluidity of our roles suggests that identity might be more malleable than we once thought, shaped and reshaped by context and circumstance. Moreover, this fluidity challenges the rigidity of societal labels, prompting us to reconsider our quickness to define and judge both ourselves and others. As we navigate through the complexities of human interactions and the ever-changing demands of our environments, it becomes clear that our roles and identities are in constant flux. It seems our identities might just be as flexible as our circumstances. If a tree falls in a forest and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? This question, often used to provoke thoughts about observation and reality, challenges our understanding of what is real. Consider the nature of sound. Sound is not merely the falling of a tree or the vibrations in the air, it is also the reception by ears and the interpretation by a brain. If no one is there to hear it, the tree indeed falls, and it does create vibrations in the air. However, if there is no ear to receive these vibrations, can we truly call it a sound? This leads us into a deeper philosophical rabbit hole. Our entire reality is shaped by our sensory perceptions. What we see, hear, and feel constructs the world around us. But what about the things that happen beyond our perception? Are they any less real? Imagine a world buzzing with activities and phenomena that we are oblivious to simply because we lack the means to perceive them. This idea suggests that reality could be a vast tapestry of events and entities far beyond human perception. Moreover, this brings into question the role of the observer in defining reality. If perception is reality, then without observers, what status does reality hold? Is it dormant, waiting to be perceived? Or does it exist independently of our observations, indifferent to whether it is perceived? Perhaps reality is more about what we perceive rather than what simply is. Is it possible to be prepared for the unexpected? This question, simple as it may seem, unravels a complex tapestry of human behavior and philosophical inquiry. The very notion of preparation hinges on the ability to anticipate outcomes, to forecast the future based on patterns of the past. Yet, by its very nature, the unexpected eludes these patterns, existing outside the realm of predictability. Consider the paradox inherent in trying to prepare for something that you cannot foresee. It's akin to setting a trap for a creature whose habits are unknown, whose very existence might be a myth. In our daily lives, we often speak of being prepared for anything, but this is more a comforting illusion than a practical reality. The unexpected, by definition, catches us off guard, challenges our plans, and often reshapes our understanding of what is possible. This conundrum extends into broader existential uncertainties that life throws at us. How do we prepare for life-altering events like sudden illness, unexpected loss, or even a chance encounter that might change the course of our lives? The truth is, While we can strategize, save, and secure our surroundings, some aspects of life remain beautifully and terrifyingly unpredictable. Our human need for control is deeply ingrained. It's a survival mechanism wired into our very DNA. Yet the more we cling to the idea of control, the more the unexpected seems to challenge us. Perhaps it's life's way of teaching us flexibility, resilience, and the art of navigating uncharted waters. In this light, preparing for the unexpected doesn't involve detailed plans or foolproof strategies. Instead, it's about developing a mindset that is open to change, adaptable to new situations, and resilient in the face of adversity. It's about building a mental and emotional toolkit that allows us to respond to life with agility and grace, rather than rigid plans. So, is the unexpected just a challenge to our illusions of control? Indeed, it seems to peel back the layers of our perceived safety, urging us to embrace the complexity and uncertainty of life, and perhaps in doing so, truly prepare us for the unexpected. If I know that I know nothing, do I know something? This curious question, echoing the Socratic paradox, nudges us into a labyrinth of philosophical inquiry about the nature of knowledge and self-awareness. Socrates, an enigmatic figure from ancient Athens, famously proclaimed his ignorance as the beginning of wisdom. This declaration isn't just a humble brag, but a profound recognition of the limits of human understanding. He believed that by acknowledging our ignorance, we are actually stepping onto the first rung of the ladder leading to true knowledge. So let's unravel this a bit. When Socrates claims to know nothing, he is paradoxically asserting one thing he knows for certain: his own ignorance. This self-awareness of not knowing is a form of knowledge in itself. Here lies the observer's dilemma. The more we know, the more we are aware of what we do not know. This loop of knowing and not knowing creates a dynamic interplay that drives our quest for deeper understanding. This pursuit, however, is not without its challenges. Knowing that we know nothing can feel like standing at the edge of a vast unknown. It's daunting yet exhilarating. It pushes us to question, to explore, and to never settle for superficial answers. This mindset fosters a culture of inquiry where questions are valued possibly even more than answers. The implications of this are vast in our daily lives. In a world brimming with information, recognizing our own ignorance can help us remain humble and open-minded. It shields us from the arrogance of presumed knowledge and invites us to engage more thoughtfully with the world around us. Furthermore, this awareness shapes our interactions with others. In understanding that we do not have all the answers, we can better appreciate the perspectives and insights of those around us, fostering a richer, more diverse dialogue about the mysteries of life. In admitting ignorance, we may be closer to truth than we realize. This humble admission is not a defeat, but a clarion call to embrace the complexity of knowing and the endless possibilities it unfolds. Are dreams a reality that we are too afraid to live? This question opens the door to a fascinating exploration of the nature of dreams and their connection to our waking lives. Dreams, often dismissed as mere figments of our imagination, might actually be windows into unexplored territories of our minds. They weave stories that feel vivid and real, creating worlds with their own rules and logic. Why do we dream? Some theories suggest that dreams help us process emotions, solve problems, or simply organize the clutter of our daily lives. But could there be more to them? Consider for a moment that dreams might be more than just subconscious processing. What if they are a form of reality, parallel, yet just as significant as our waking state? In dreams we can fly, we conquer fears, we live out fantasies. These experiences, while not physically real, impact our emotions and thoughts profoundly. They often reveal desires or fears we suppress in the light of day. This brings us to the intriguing aspect of consciousness. Our waking life is governed by societal norms and practical constraints, but in the realm of dreams such boundaries do not exist. Here, consciousness wanders freely, exploring the depths of personal identity and desire without judgment. This unbounded exploration might suggest that our consciousness is capable of experiencing multiple realities, or that it exists on a plane that transcends our physical interpretations of the world. Moreover, dreams might be a sandbox for our minds, a testing ground for scenarios too daunting or impractical to face in our waking hours. In this sense, they are not merely escapes, but could be rehearsals for potential realities or reflections of paths not taken. As we drift back from the world of dreams to our waking lives, we often dismiss these nightly adventures as just dreams. But perhaps they are not just random neural firings, but meaningful explorations of what could be. Perhaps in our dreams we are glimpsing the realities we're too cautious to explore. As we journey through these thoughts, reality becomes less solid, more like a fabric woven from our perceptions, thoughts, and paradoxes. Reflect for a moment on the infinite loop of reflection, where mirrors facing each other show us an endless corridor of possibilities. It's a visual metaphor for how our minds can infinitely process and reprocess ideas. Then consider the game of perspectives. Each shift in viewpoint can dramatically alter our understanding of truth, much like looking at a sculpture from different angles. These shifts remind us that what we perceive as reality is shaped significantly by our subjective experiences. Recall the haunting sound of silence, which, in its absence, speaks volumes about the presence of everything else. It's a paradox that highlights the unseen energies that constantly influence us. Remember the observer's dilemma and the reality of dreams, each challenging our conventional notions of existence and awareness. These thoughts not only entertain but also profoundly shake the foundations of what we accept as real. So next time you ponder a simple thought, remember, it might just unravel the very nature of your reality.